what's up? Need something? I don't know about that, man. I'm just trying to help this team win games. The rest of that stuff is up to coach. Man, I appreciate hearing that from you. But hey, let's just get these W's, all right?
A sight many have seen heading to the airport here in Los Angeles. It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Timberwolves come into town for this one. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. Certainly what we have in store for us today. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan with partners Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. The starting fives for our game. Here are tonight's starting lineups. And one of the players we'll be seeing in this one, Kobe Bryant.
And you know what I love about Kobe, Kevin, is the evolution as a post scorer that he's shown. You know, early in his career, he was more of a guy who tried to run past you. Now it's about his footwork and his fundamentals down on the block, able to really get his shot off anytime he wants.
Yeah, we know he worked with Hakeem Olajuwon, one of the all-time greats, to develop some of those moves, and he can make shots with guys all over him. We know that, and so it makes sense for him to back them down first and try to get as close to the basket as he can. But even if he doesn't get all the way there.
Here's Rubio. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's the Doctor, guarded by Bazemore. Here's Dang. Good. We've got 1:48 left here in the opening quarter. Marshall gets a screen from Johnson to the left side wing. And that will fall. The three-pointer on the line from Bazemore. Bazemore's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
It was mostly just spot minutes for Kendall Marshall in his rookie campaign, but around the halfway mark of last season, he was able to work his way into the rotation a bit more, and I think he got a taste of what it's like to run an NBA team, and I think he's got the potential to be a very solid point guard going forward.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, Mike D'Antoni and I got a chance to talk for just a bit. The one player on his mind in this matchup, Kevin Love. And it's not for his scoring ability, but for the harm he can do to a team on the backboards. You saw what he can do to teams if he goes unchecked, Coach said. We don't want to let him get up and get over 20 or 30 rebounds on us. And to do that, we got to check him out each time a shot goes up. Guys, easier said than done.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. And he makes the first. And Kendall Marshall, drafted 13th out of North Carolina last season. The knocks on him were shooting and athleticism, but he knows how to run a team, that's for sure.
He does, Kevin. He's an outstanding passer, floor general. He's been compared to maybe a guy like Mark Jackson, but he'll need to shoot the ball a little bit better to solidify his place in the league.
It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but he still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
Minnesota making a switch here. Pekovic is checked in. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
and you just had to admire the versatility they showed offensively that day.
Yeah, their scoring came from all over the place. If one approach didn't work for them, they found another that did. You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you've got to continue to go to the well.
Here's the Doctor. Good on the triple. The Doctor's got 5 now. 7 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Marshall. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Timberwolves ahead, up by 3. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
Tune in next Sunday night, December 22nd. Kevin Love.
Lakers trail by 12.
Well, since the new CBA, the league has made the luxury tax much more punitive. But certainly the Lakers blessed with the financial wherewithal to be a tax-paying team. The problem is it can hurt your flexibility under the new rules just to make deals, and that's going to be the challenge for LA.
So on the floor for Minnesota, the Doctor in at point guard. Buttinger is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Bellinelli and Jeffers. 1:27 left here in the second. Down it goes. Nice one there from the Doctor. Well, you talk about the huge fan base for the Lakers, Clark. One of the marquee franchises, certainly in the entire NBA.
I would even stretch that to all of sports, Kevin. The market and their finances clearly have helped them gain that stature, but you can't shortchange the organization, the people making the decisions. They've been a winner for a long time, and that's been the magic ingredient that's attracted fans, players, sponsors, the full package. An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
Well, they continue to find the open man and play unselfishly. This is true team basketball we're seeing. How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Here's Bazemore. Bellinelli is covering. And Young kicks to Farmar. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Fresh from a win against Portland.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
Bazemore dishes to Meeks. Ball's knocked loose. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. 8 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Marshall. Plays it up and banks it in. Here's the Doctor. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so we wrap up the first half. Timberwolves lead by 10. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I'm here with Steve Nash. You guys had some difficulties taking care of the basketball. What's going through your mind right now about how this first half has played out?
We're just a little bit sluggish. I think we just need to be a little bit more deliberate. You know, I think we can get good shots if we just slow down a little bit, use our size, and not be in such a rush.
Steve, we appreciate the time. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. And folks, the halftime show is coming up.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome to 2K Sports. The games are
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
Timberwolves. The Doctor.
Begovic with a screen on Nash. Here's the Doctor. Misses off the right iron.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass.
Nash and Bryant in the backcourt. Hill is out there with Pau Gasol. And it's Young in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
Now let's send it to Doris on the sideline.
Hi, guys. A doctor in their last game against the Trailblazers delivered quite the performance. He finished with 25 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. It was a matchup that he took over, and he seemed to be able to do whatever he wanted out there. We'll see if he can sustain it, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance, Clark. He was at his absolute best in this game.
Yeah, and the only thing about having a game like that, Kevin, is that it's almost impossible to duplicate it here tonight.
Well, nobody's expecting that, Clark, and they don't need him to do that. If he's even half as good as he was that night, it should be enough.
Hey, it goes without saying that if you're beat up and your all-star power forward is on the shelf, you're going to have a tough time against the big teams in the West. Minnesota was left for the wolves, so to speak, when they matched up against others in their conference.
Kobe passes to Nash. Here's Hill. And good work on the boards that pick up the second chance points. Hill's got 16 points.
You know, he's really adept at keeping possessions alive by hitting the boards and cashing in on some of those putbacks.
And we can't forget to mention his rebounding now. When you watch him, just keep an eye on the way he battles in the paint when a shot goes up.
Well, picking up again on the Timberwolves. Last season, 17-35 record against the rest of the Western Conference, which was third worst in the conference. As Steve, you might expect, that's got to improve.
And as you said, I mean, losing so much of their front court as they did last year to injury, it's amazing that they even won that many games. I mean, if you don't have big bodies down low, it's tough to win in the West.
Love kicks to Pekovic. Gasol with the block. But they get it back. Another shot. Breaks a big high bounce and goes in. 16 points for the Doctor. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
Minnesota leading by 7. Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound. Pekovic goes back up, and the layup is up and in.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Feeds it to Nash. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the third.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Into Pekovic. It's stolen by Hill. And it's the Lakers on the break. Young with the ball. The feed now to Bryant. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
Here's the Doctor. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Free throws for him this year, he's making them at about a rate of 77%.
He's perfect from the line this time. 11 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And Marshall kicks to Gasol. Now the dish to Bazemore. Lots of room. The shot, no good. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Timberwolves ahead, leading by 6. And time for the...
Spend your Christmas day with the NBA. The Houston...
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Well, tremendous point guard play, but that's nothing new coming from him. This is what you expect. The gorgeous feed there.
Timberwolves leading by 6. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Minnesota, the Doctor, he's in at the point. Buttinger is out there with Bellinelli. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Barea in at the 2-guard. And a moment now to check out who Minnesota has coming up. They're off to battle the Clippers after this game as they'll be playing at the Staples Center. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip.
I know I'll be looking out for the final score of that Clippers game. I think it's going to be close.
You know, offensively last season, guys, the Lakers just never seemed to be able to get out of their own way. I mean, they had the worst turnover ratio in the league, and they really struggled to take care of the ball. And even when they got up a shot, a lot of them were questionable shots. They shot the third most threes in the league, but were in the bottom half of the league in percentage.
And Brooks, here we go. That's good. And the Timberwolves with possession here. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. From the top of the key. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. 20 points for the Doctor. And going back to the Lakers' offensive troubles last season, the worst free throw percentage, Steve, in the NBA.
And obviously that's attributed directly to Dwight Howard, because the Lakers also led the league in free throw attempts. So Howard was getting hacked. He really couldn't get it going. He made about half his free throws for the season. And that just really carried over into the team's performance.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Bellinelli. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for J.J. Barea.
Yeah, and that's his first three of the half. There may be more in store.
Lakers trail by 11. And the Lakers call time here.
You know, the Wolves were just decimated by injuries last year, and it really put a snag in their season from the start, with Rubio still recovering from his ACL tear and Kevin Love missing a lot of time with his hand fractures. They were missing two major building blocks.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike D'Antoni was discussing with his players. He told his players, turnovers are killing us right now. We can't keep trying to make the home run play. Settle down, run the offense, and make the simple pass. Kevin, sounds easy enough.
And it's Pekovic missing. Pekovic has gotten just 1 of 6 shots to fall here. Near the three-point line, it's Nash, rebounded by the Doctor. The Doctor's got his third rebound tonight. And with the Wolves last year, Ricky Rubio came back and helped them turn things around a bit, but Kevin Love would end up playing very few games for him, Steve, and they never really got the chance that they once seemed to have.
Now, Love's injury, I think, just devastated this team, and Rubio, of course, coming off that ACL, he eventually made it back, but those are the key guys. I mean, Rubio and Love have to be the foundation of this club. They added a lot of three-point shooting in the offseason, so this should be a pretty well-rounded team, but it's up to the stars, Kevin.
And what a tremendous game for Hill. He's got 12 rebounds, and he's knocked down 5 shots at the charity stripe. Good numbers for him.
Yeah, good numbers, and that's been important for his team. They needed some points. He's provided some easy ones at the foul line, so he's making an impact here.
Gasol setting the pick for Kobe. It's Nash with the drive. No good off the back of the rim.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
No good from the Doctor. Lakers trail by 12. Pass to Nash. From deep. Rebounded by Pekovic. Pekovic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's the Doctor. Drops it in from 14 feet away. The Doctor's got 25 points.
A big part of this run here has been their ability to hit from mid-range, guys. I mean, that's unique.
Yeah, some players and teams even shy away from that mid-range jumper, but this team seems to have it dialed in from that range.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. And Nash, here we go. Hill dives for it, and it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. Down low. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Nash. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thank you, Kevin. I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni had to say to his team. He was intent on running the offense through Kobe. coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. He also told them they've got the green light to play some risky, reckless defense, saying, quote, "We can unsettle them if we start to get wild out there." A few late-on-the-fly adjustments as the situation gets more desperate for them. It's going to be a tough hill to climb, guys.
And thank you for that, Doris. Here's the doctor. Shot's good. The Doctor's got 13 points in just this quarter.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Pekovic. Rebound Hill.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
Here's Young. Outside for Gasol. Nash outside. Second shot opportunity. Count that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to 11 on the bucket from Hill.
They've gotten some good second chances here in the second half, and that kind of extra effort will go a long way into cutting into this deficit.
Here is Nash. Kobe kicks it over to Nash. Back to Bryant. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. Nash has got his third assist on the night.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane. So it looks like just playing the last bit of this game out in what should be a nice win here for the Timberwolves.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
Yeah, they did. Their depth is really one of their greatest attributes.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And talk about applying pressure to an opponent. Tonight's win will move their record to 2-0 in the season series with 2 more games left to play on their year against the Lakers.
And what a huge standout performance it was for the Doctor. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do anything really to stop it.
Nash dishes to Gasol. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, he's such a versatile scorer offensively. I mean, Gasol's a guy who shoots with range. We saw him even make some threes last year for the Lakers. But really good at the mid-range area, and he'll just punish smaller defenders down on the block with either hand.
And, you know, some have labeled him a finesse big man, Steve, but I think he's consistently one of the league leaders in offensive rebounds. You can't be a finesse guy and gobble up offensive boards. He's got that big height advantage, especially at power forward.
Lakers have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Meeks can't hit.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
Dishes it to Bellinelli. Passes it to Dang. Shot clock at 6. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Substitution for the Lakers. Jordan Hill.
Just 3 to shoot. And that one's good. Fed.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Five seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, the Doctor.
Hey, I'm hearing a lot of good things about how you're getting along with everyone.
Thanks, Coach. I'm just trying to fit in, you know?
It's working. Too many young guys come in with the wrong attitude, like they got something to prove. I overheard you on the plane the other day. That'll go a long way towards getting the rest of the team behind you. If they know you aren't just chasing your own numbers and you're committed to helping this team win, they'll be on your side no matter what.
Man, I hope so. It'd be great to be a starter on this team, you know? I just want it to come under the right terms. I don't want any drama.
That's a good thing. You just keep doing your thing. I got a lot of confidence in your game and your potential as a teammate, especially lately. If you ever need anything, you just let me know. I'm here to help.
Thanks, Coach. Really means a lot coming from you.
For sure. I hit the showers. I got to get back to this game tape.